If I told you Eula was a meta unit capable of beating the hardest content in the game despite years of power creep, you might not believe me. But I'm going to prove she can, because Eula was my first main, a character I and many others loved but seems to have been forgotten. Also, oh boy, instead of losing the 50-50 to Chi-Chi, I could lose it to Klee. Anyways, with fewer and fewer people wanting to play an outdated character, Hoyoverse doesn't seem to have any plans of rerunning her. But what if Eula is more than an outdated physical DPS? I mean, this is how Genshin tells you to build her, but what if it was a lie? What if Hoyoverse was keeping Eula off banner to hide her secret? To hide how she's really supposed to be played? Well, they won't hide it from me. I'm going to find the secret of how to play Eula the way Genshin really intended. So, I have given my Eula 5 bounties to complete, each one getting increasingly more difficult and in hand, proving her to be a better character. But to start, I gotta try out this build, Pale Flame and Snow Tomb Star Silver, the OG free-to-play Eula build. Which, by the way, did you know you could get one of these for free in this Snowy Tomb and Dragon Spine? Back when I got her, I did not know that and crafted one. So glad I have 2 Snow Tomb Star Silvers. The first and easiest bounty is beating the,
Chicken jockey.
beating the Jade Plume Terror Shroom in 1 burst rotation. I think as long as I don't get pushed out of the circle, we're good. Bro. 1, 2. I didn't crit. You know what? You know what I need to do? You know what I need to do? Yeah, now that's gonna make the difference right there, baby. 1, 2, boom! I didn't crit. How, bro? How am I that short of this? There we go. See, this is what I'm talking about. Oh, yo, I think I got enough. All right, Eula. Double crowned Eula. 10, 9, 10. That may have been a waste of a crown, but I don't care. You know what? It's Eula. She deserves it. She's been through the trenches, okay? Let's go beat this boss. 4-1-2, boom. I didn't crit. This is actually insane. Eula's on 55 crit rate. That's high for Eula. Just literally its only crit rate food. What?
Chicken.
There we go. There we go. Come on, Eula. Let's go. Oh my god. That was way harder than it needed to be. Maybe the stigma around Eula never critting is true. No, surely not. Anyways, let's move on to a slightly stronger opponent. The Primo Geovishap, who is, of course, on Cryo, which is probably going to be a little bit annoying to deal with. This is going to be a little tricky to keep Circle Impact against, but I think I've got it. And I missed my crit. Actually, how am I missing crits, though? How am I missing crits? Okay, that is not bad, bro. To do this, I'm gonna have to say goodbye to Snow Tomb Star Silver. I know, it's sad, but for this, I'm gonna use Akamaru. The best part of Akamaru is, look at how good it looks on her, dude. Like, it's fashionable. Bro, with cryo resonance, it's a 70% chance. How am I losing this so much? Anyway, bro, just freaking calculate what her crit damage would have been there. All I know is that it wouldn't have been enough. Okay, maybe Eula really doesn't crit, but that's okay, because I had a plan on how to one-cycle this boss, giving her even less crit rate. So I'm going to go from not critting to never critting by switching her circlet, which does lose me 2 attack rolls, but replace them with 3 beautiful flat attack rolls. Anyways, now my crit damage is a whopping 229 with 33 crit rate, baby. Come on, let's go Eula, let's go Eula. 480k. All right, come on. That was pretty good. I was getting close, and I figured that since the Vishap was infused with Cryo, I was probably losing out on a chunk of Eula and Rose's damage. So I used Rhyme to finish it off, so I could fight a Vishap with infusion that doesn't affect my team. With Shogun, With Shogun, I beat it. Of course, now it's Electro. My other source of damage. 480k? Bro, I'm so close to getting this guy. I just want to see how close I can get without using Raiden's Burst before I... How is it back to Cryo? Are you kidding me? There's a 50-50 chance here, and I keep losing. I just keep losing. Die. Okay. Oh, is it Electro now? Can it only be these two, or am I just getting this unlucky? Okay, this is just the Hydra one then? Right? Like, this is just the Hydra one. This is the Hydra one? Not the Cryo one, right? I just thought the Hydra one was a little more blue, right? Because there's no way this one's the Cryo one again. That would be impossible. Let me just see his elemental attack, because it'll be like a Frost Breath, right? He's crap. He's crap. He's crap. What? Okay, with that objective now totally, completely successful, it's time to move on to the next one. Currently, my highest damage is 921,000 with my Shogun, but I've always wanted to crack that 1 million damage barrier. Also, this bounty is kind of just for fun, really. Like, who cares about nuke damage? But I want to see big number. Oh, shoot the camera. Now, I think I can do it against the level 80 Shogun, and she has, like, less defense, you know what I mean? For the nuke burst, though, for 1 million damage.
This is how it must be.
Exactly, Mona. What? Hello? Is she reading the script with me? Like, what's going on? Hello? Obviously, TTDS is gonna buff. Obviously, Raiden is good, as is Bennett, though? Give him Freedom Sworn, bro. Hello? And for this, I decide to opt for a slightly different set. Emblem. Since it gives tons of burst damage, it's actually really good for crit fishing builds. Especially if you have good substats. Yeah, bro. 257 crit damage. So after tapping E on Bennett for 2 minutes, I set up my rotation, activate a food buff, and... Boom! 1 mil! Let's go, dude! I actually hit 1 mil. Let's freaking go! Alright, Eula, it's time for your next challenge. It's time for Stygian Onslaught. This team right here is the reason I keep Bennett C5, bro. Because I want to play him with Eula. That's literally it. Here she will face her most fearsome opponent yet, the Hydro Tulpa, giving her 2 minutes to deal a whopping 5 million damage. But to be honest, I wasn't worried. I knew that I'd probably have to crit fish a little, but Tulpa doesn't have any special resistance to my team. At least that's what I thought. I quickly realized that it did. It has a 100% damage resistance when it teleports to the other side of the f***ing map. I start stacking my Eula burst, run. I put down Bennett and Rosa burst, run. The difficulty 5 version of this guy is locked in place, and the only crap RNG you have to deal with is when he heals with his mini tulpas before you have a chance to destroy them. But now I have to play Circle Impact while crit fishing against a boss who randomly teleports around the field. How is Rosa dead? Oh! No! Come on, Eula. Yes! Eula, come on! Boom! No way, no way, no way. Yes, thank you. All right. Oh my God. There we freaking go. Dude, I got so unlucky there. Dude, I'm telling you. Honestly, this one doesn't teleport around. It's gonna be free. It's gonna be light work. It's gonna be light work, bro. All right, come on, come on. Tier 5 Tulpa is about to be absolutely freaking annihilated. It's not even gonna be... Difficulty 5 Tulpa, while less annoying, is definitely more challenging. The mini Tulpas are a lot stronger, and while they do get one-shot by Cryo, this can be quite annoying to pull off with melee character auto-targeting. But the real killer is the shield. You need damage to break through this, and unfortunately, Eula does not gain burst stacks while hitting it, making her burst contribute very little. Maybe she really is a washed up unit. You know what? It's Eula. She deserves it. She's been through the trenches, okay? Boom! 1 mil! Let's go, dude! This team right here is the reason I keep Bennett C5, bro. Because I want to play him with Eula. That's literally it. Wait, that's it. C6 Bennett! Oh yeah, look at this DPS. Arlecchino who? Mavika who? Range Slasher is actually a cracked weapon for this. Bonus damage against enemies affected by Hydro plus a huge amount of EM equals massive vapes. As for my artifacts, this is what I got. 4-piece Glad with some pretty decent rolls. Also, low-key, this piece could be cracked. While I'm leveling this up, I do want to mention the fact that I am so grateful for all the support I've received on my videos lately. It actually makes me so happy to see you guys enjoying my content so much. And to those of you who's asked about like live streaming, I am going to start streaming on Twitch next week, so do go over and drop a follow if you want to catch those. And also, make sure you're subscribed. Anyways, let's see it. 777. After that feather, I then remembered that since I'm not going to be using my burst, why not just use Shimanawa's? I have absolutely cracked pieces on this set, and it gives more damage bonus. And my testing did confirm this is my best vape Eula build. 69k, bro. Except for when I switched to Shimanawa's Reminiscence, I made one mistake. Yeah, this hurts to look back at. It looks like Eula is going to be playing with a cryo goblet for a little bit. I mean, can you blame me? She's a physical unit, but she's also cryo, and I'm playing her as a pyro unit. Like, I was bound to get confused at some point. Now back to the Hydra Tulpa. Yelan really isn't going to do much against this enemy, so listen. Is Xiangling gonna end up doing more damage than Eula? Maybe. Does that diminish her value in the team? Yeah, a little bit, but I don't care. Also, while Kazuha would be pretty good, Nahida will allow me to take care of the mini Tulpas easily, while also giving an EM bonus and allowing my Eula and Xiangling to proc Burgeon. So with my new Eula squad, I fought the difficulty for Tulpa once more to test out my damage. We're gonna get some Burgeons in today, bro. Wait, this damage is actually good, bro. Hello? Wait, dude, I'm actually destroying this thing. I got killed. Bennett is such a double-edged sword. But wait, this is actually doing damage. Guys, this was supposed to be a joke. What? I am staying delusional that Eula's damage is actually contributing here and it's not all Xiangling. Ignore that I have a 5-star weapon on her. Oh, come on. Those are some big numbers, bro. Those are some big numbers. 39k vapes for Eula, bro. Ignore that Xiangling's doing 53k a tick, bro. Look at Eula, bro. Look at her go. Come on, Eula! Wait, I'm actually beating it. Vaporize Eula's actually working. Get him, get him, get him. Dude! Bro, how did that work? No way, bro. Oh my god. Yo. So you can tell, I was genuinely surprised. I did not think Vaporize Eula would do this well. Furthermore, this team had the perfect counter to the Fearless Tulpa's ability. Nahida slowly but reliably takes care of the mini Tulpas, and Xiangling is able to double Pyronado, allowing us to get past the shield phase. And with this one not constantly running across the map, this actually seemed possible. Yes, we got it, we got it, we got it. Let's go. No! Why does that feel like it's so doable? That was without you. Wait. Why does this feel so actually doable? It's actually, this is stupid. This is the stupidest thing I've ever done that might work. I think the fact of the matter is my Eula's artifacts are just like perfect. I don't think I can get a better Eula build. Nahida is pretty much as good as she can get. Xiangling, my Eula sub DPS. To be clear, Eula sub DPS. Most definitely not anything else, for sure. Yeah, I could go this piece. Tiny bit more damage. I mean, dude, there is something I could do. There is one thing I could do. Dude, if only I had R5 Rain Slasher, bro. If only. Rain Slasher on this man. Yeah. Yo, no, there's no way I do it. There's no. Oh, wait, come on, Rain Slasher, please. Oh, the flute. All right, that was a horrible life choice. Yo, what's her attack going from? Attack's going from 1182 to 1199. I gained 17 attack. But level 90 Xiangling might make the difference. I'm not even gonna lie, because she's triggering Burgeons, and Burgeons scale with character level, I'm pretty sure. So like, wait, I'm cooking. Oh, bro, I was not close, to be honest. Man, I don't know though. That seemed like a good run and it wasn't. I'll give it a few more tries. See if I can get closer than that. I don't know. I feel like this is theoretically plausible. But try after try, I still wasn't getting there. So what if there was another way? Sure, Vape Eula is fun, and she honestly does decent damage when you give her the right gear and a bunch of elemental mastery. But what if the secret was to give her even more elemental mastery? Think about it. If Eula is secretly the most slept on character, then it makes sense she also has the most slept on reaction. If you didn't know, there is a reaction in the game that occurs when a blunt attack hits a frozen enemy, causing shatter, dealing damage similar to how Overload works. And just like Overload, this damage scales on character level and elemental mastery. So maybe I need to put her on full elemental mastery. Now we're talking. And do you remember who can buff this elemental mastery even more? Nahida. So it only makes sense to have her in the team. And then why not bring in Eula's premium teammate from her old squad and build her full EM? Then of course have Rosaria join in, and yes, it's working. Tulpa, you stand no chance. Face my Eula and perish. You can't shatter boss enemies. Alright, but the whole Hyper Boom strategy was not a bad idea, it just didn't work out. Eula still just sucks against the shield face. So, to my surprise, Eula's only hope to beat this was C6 Bennett and Rain Slasher. Thankfully, as I was regearing her, I finally figured out that I was on a f***ing cryo goblet this whole time. Wait. Oh no. Oh no, no. Yep, I'm dumb as shit. There's no way. Oh my god. And after fixing that, I created my perfect Eula build. Now that's a perfect build, bro. Double crowned, beautiful ratio, tons of EM. The only possible upgrade would be for her whipping. But there's no way I'm actually going to do more pulls for a raid. Give me the freaking Overload one again. Please. Thank you. Okay. I'm locking in Shogun instantly. I know she's right here, right at the top. First character. I already know. Never mind. She's right here. Whoa. Why is someone putting in Ito? Why? Not Nouvelette. No. There we go. That's better. Why is Kuki here? I don't know. But, I mean, bro, I'm doing my freaking best, but we have a DPS Kuki as one of the characters, and a Yoimiya with no artifacts. Without this traverse, we would be screwed. Why are we running Kuki? Okay, let me look at the Yoimiya that we were just playing with. Amos Bow Yoimiya, level 8. She is level 90. Flower. All right, no crit rate. Cool. Also, how do you have a Lava Walker Flower? I don't think I've seen a Lava Walker Flower plus 20 in 8 years. So you had a 37 crit rate Yoimiya. Let me look at the Ito they were trying to play. Serpent Spine. No way you were trying to play this, bro? All right, what is this, bro? That's actually insane. And your Xiao has... Why do you have this on Vermilion, but your Xiao doesn't have a single Vermilion piece? Did you just... Why do you have multiple plus 20 Lava Walker pieces? What? Ooh, what is this account? W. Light work, bro. Light work. Dude, playing Vape, Eula, and Abyss was kind of fun. But give me those 200 Primos, and then... Bro, those 5 Primo Gems puts me at exactly 1600. I love this game. This is great. I'm gonna single pull because I don't really want to waste a pull, but if I get like an early 4-star, but this is cinema. This is cinema. All right, it's time for the Rain Slasher pulls. Show me Rain Slasher. Oh my god, one pull, cinema. Sack frags. That would have been so cool. I'm gonna keep going, bro, because I have enough to do a 4-star, technically, if I use Star Glitter, so I might get another early. I might get another early 4-star. I might get Rain Slasher, bro. The odds are increasing. Oh my god, I'm the king of early 4-stars. Rain Slasher. Yow yow? What are you doing here? All right, you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna keep going. All right, I think the early train may have run out, unless, no. I can get one more though. Imagine. Cinema! Okay, I'm so close to having enough for one more 4-star. Bro, why am I actively pulling for R5 Rain Slasher? Is my brain broken? I don't know what I'm doing. It's too late. I'm in too deep. I have to do it. Hello, I said, hello, beautiful. There we go. Come on. Show me Rain Slasher. I believe in the dream. Rain Slasher, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Rain Slasher. Dragon's Bane. All right, well, this has been the worst idea of my life. R4 Rain Slasher it is, guys. Hey, you can't say I didn't try. You cannot say I didn't try. While that was fun, the only way I could upgrade my team more was through Xiangling. And while I was feeling confident that crowning her would get me there, that wasn't an option for 2 more days. So I kept trying to see if this would actually be possible with some slight optimizations. I spent hours off camera seeing how close I could get, and eventually had one attempt that went near perfect. A unicorn of a run that if I hadn't died on Eula would have been so close. But close doesn't complete the bounty. Friday was here, and as I farmed up my talent books, I was nervous, unsure if this really would be enough, and so many things kept eating away at me. I dreamt about Eula rotations through the night leading up to this, and although I knew from the previous day that it should be possible, my worries were soon justified. I crowned Xiangling and switched Bennett onto Instructor, figuring that with the Burgeons, my team would make better use of the EM bonus. And with these 2 changes, I began my attempts. However, things quickly felt different. My damage seemed great, but I was struggling to recreate the perfect run from the other day, plagued by bad RNG and misplays.
What a sorry.
But I did get close.
Beg for mercy.
Bro, I'm actually so close. So in order to up my chances, I decide to pull out my final trick. Listen, I think Eula her build is great. Her build is great. I mean, her artifacts are good, her whipping is good. She's putting in 100k every normal attack string. Every 4 of those, she's putting in like 100k. It's not bad. Sure, Xiangling does 200k in that time, but like, that's not the point. Anyways, Xiangling though, I think we can upgrade her more. I'm gonna be honest, I think upgrading Xiangling more is the play. Because her artifacts are good, but like, they could be better. Especially if I get like a 1-to-2 ratio here, it just might be the play. And I'll be honest, the thing that really holds me back is I don't have a good ER Sans and Emblem. Like I got that, I got that. It's time to put it to use, bro. I have 4 sanctifying elixirs and it only costs 2 to make a Sans. I need this for Shogun, and right now I need it for Xiangling. So go big or go home. Boom. 3-liner, HP %. That it could be worse. It could be much worse. It could be much worse. That's not a bad start right there. That's not a bad start. Pray to the stove gods. Let's see what we can do, bro. Let's see what we can do. I mean, first we gotta find out what the 4th stat is. If it's elemental mastery or attack %, we're chilling, okay? Defense %. This looks eerily similar to a previous situation I've been in. Dude, come on. 2 of these rolls are guaranteed to go into crit at least. I don't want a repeat of the last Sans. No way. It's the same thing as last time! How? How does this keep happening to me? As I went through the stages of grief, I desperately tried to further optimize my Xiangling build. I spent the next hour switching around artifacts, trying different weapons, and was met with failure over and over. But with failure comes experience, and with experience comes wisdom. And I learned 3 things. 1. Since Xiangling makes my rotations 20 seconds, I can run Thrilling Tales on Nahida. And since her burst snapshots the buffs, I was able to be pretty flexible with when I used it. Expanding on that, since Xiangling snapshots buffs, she only needs to stand in Bennett buff for a moment to get its effect. This means I can use Bennett off cooldown and weave in Eula more often to minimize downtime. And lastly, Huoba is awesome and deserve to be leveled to 9. And with my new changes, I got my closest run yet. So I would have beaten it if it didn't shield up again. Yeah, if he didn't shield up there, I'm pretty sure I beat it. Once again, I felt like this was possible. I was 1 RNG check away from my unicorn run. And with that motivation, I pressed on to try and beat this challenge. Damn it. No! No! Why? Yes! Yes! Eula! 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 No! 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 Bro! No! Eula, no! No! I can't die on Eula there. I can't die on Eula there, bro. Bro, how did you even die, bro? If Eula didn't die, I beat it. How did she even die? I was going to give up. Defeated, just thinking about how I needed one more crit roll, one more constellation, or one more refinement, and that without those, it just wasn't possible. But that's when it hit me. How to play Eula the way Genshin intended. They didn't intend for her to play with certain artifacts or a certain team or even a specific weapon. They intended her to be played with perseverance. To be played with a mix of willpower and stubbornness that lets you try and try, reset and reset until you do get perfect enemy behavior, until you do get perfect combos, until you do get every crit. Eula isn't just a character. She's an ideal that as long as you don't give up, you can do anything. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Yes! I did it! Anything except dire difficulty.